Many older people believe that eggs are the ultimate source of protein, but they have been deceived. What would you think if I revealed that the food ranked third in our list today contains over 5 times the protein of eggs per 100 grams? And it's not even the most extraordinary, because we're going to discover the number one food today. And it's so effective that researchers are testing it to combat muscle atrophy in stroke patients. Eggs only provide about 13 grams of protein per 100 grams. But the foods featured in this video go much further. Some even reach 60 grams. And here's the shocking truth. 99% of older adults aren't even aware of their existence. Meanwhile, after age 60, muscle mass begins to silently deteriorate, causing frailty, slower walking, and even falls. In this video, we'll reveal the 10 foods that contain more protein than eggs, ranked from 10th to 1st. Stay tuned, because number 1 is probably the most overlooked and powerful muscle-building food on the planet. But before continuing, like the video, share it with people who might benefit from it, and let us know in the comments which city you follow our YouTube channel from. Also, let us know how your energy levels have been lately. We're reading and responding to all comments. And now, without further ado, let's get started with food number 10. This one is hidden in plain sight, but most people have no idea how powerful it is. Number 10. Greek yogurt. Strained, fat-free, 10.3 grams of protein per 100 grams. You've probably heard that Greek yogurt is beneficial for your health, but most older people don't realize how high in protein the low-fat variety is. With over 10 grams of protein per 100 grams, it easily surpasses a hard-boiled egg, which only contains 6.3 grams. This equates to nearly double the muscle-building power with less fat. What sets Greek yogurt apart is its triple filtration process. This removes much of the liquid whey and lactose, leaving a thick, creamy consistency that's incredibly concentrated in protein. A 2020 clinical review published in Nutrients found that older adults who consumed at least 20 grams of dairy protein per day showed a 25% improvement in muscle mass preservation over 12 weeks. The advantage is that Greek yogurt is one of the easiest foods to consume and digest, even for those with sensitive stomachs. To get the most benefits, avoid sugary versions with fruit at the bottom. Instead, choose a plain, low-fat Greek yogurt and add a tablespoon of ground flax seeds or fresh berries. You can also use it as a creamy, high-protein base for smoothies, sauces, or even dressings. Now let's move on to a surprising protein source that's been sitting in your pantry for years, probably gathering dust. Number 9. Cooked chickpeas. 11.2 grams of protein per 100 grams. Most people think of chickpeas as just an ingredient to add to salads or soups, but they actually hide something very powerful. With over 11 grams of protein per 100 grams when cooked, chickpeas far outperform eggs in preserving muscle mass. And unlike eggs, chickpeas offer something that older adults urgently need: fiber. This means improved digestion, more stable blood sugar levels, and less inflammation. All of these factors directly influence the ability to maintain lean muscle mass as we age. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who replaced animal proteins with plant-based options like legumes experienced up to a 26% reduction in age-related muscle loss. Chickpeas are also rich in magnesium, a mineral that helps muscles contract and recover properly. To get the most out of chickpeas, soaking them overnight before cooking makes them more digestible. You can mash them to make hummus with olive oil and garlic, toast them until crispy for a tasty snack, or add them to stews, soups, and curries. Their creamy texture and nutty flavor make them one of the most versatile and protein-rich foods you probably don't use enough. Now let's move on to a food that's often overlooked due to its small size, but is actually packed with protein in every bite. Number 8. Cooked quinoa. 14 grams of protein per 100 grams. Most people think of quinoa as a carbohydrate or simply a trendy grain. But if you're over 60, quinoa might be one of the smartest additions to your plate. Why? Because quinoa provides about 14 grams of high-quality, complete protein per 100 grams, even after cooking. Quinoa is one of the very few plant foods that contains all 9 essential amino acids, which our bodies cannot produce on their own. This means it's not just rich in protein, it's usable protein that muscles can actually absorb and convert into strength. What makes this even more important for older adults is that quinoa has an incredibly high lysine content. Lysine is crucial for muscle repair, calcium absorption, and even collagen formation. A 2022 nutrient study found that older adults who consumed quinoa daily experienced a 9% increase in leg strength in just 8 weeks. The best way to prepare quinoa is to soak it overnight to reduce anti-nutrients and increase protein bioavailability. Quinoa is an excellent base for warm salads, stir-fries, or even a tasty breakfast bowl topped with sautéed spinach and mushrooms. Consistency is key. Even just 3/4 of a cup a day can make a real difference in muscle recovery and energy. Let's move on to number 7. It's a food bodybuilders swear by, but most seniors completely neglect. Number 7. Pumpkin seeds. 19 grams of protein per 100 grams. They may be small, but pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas, are surprisingly packed with valuable nutrients. With 19 grams of protein per 100 grams, they provide almost double the protein found in eggs. But it's not just the quantity that makes the difference, it's what goes into that protein. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest plant sources of magnesium, iron, and zinc, minerals often deficient in older adults, especially those over 60. Magnesium plays a direct role in muscle contraction and relaxation. Iron promotes oxygen transport to muscle tissue, while zinc helps regulate muscle regeneration. When the body lacks these minerals, protein alone is not enough to maintain lean mass. Even more impressive is a study published in the Journal of Medicinal Foods that found daily pumpkin seed consumption reduced markers of muscle inflammation in older adults by up to 38% in just 12 weeks. This means you're not only maintaining strength, but also actively combating the silent inflammation that erodes your muscle fibers over time. The best way to use pumpkin seeds is raw and unsalted. You can add them to yogurt, blend them in smoothies, or grind them into a protein-rich seed butter spread. Even a handful can provide enough protein and minerals to really make a difference in your strength and recovery. Now let's talk about a food you probably associate with bodybuilders, but it can also work wonders for seniors if used correctly. Number 6. Tempeh. 20 grams of protein per 100 grams. Tempeh is one of the most misunderstood and underrated protein sources for seniors. With 20 grams of protein per 100 grams, it actually surpasses eggs in terms of pure protein content. But the real benefit lies in the way the protein is delivered. Unlike tofu, tempeh is made from fermented whole soybeans. This fermentation process not only makes the food easier to digest for older adults, but it also unlocks a powerful spectrum of nutrients capable of directly protecting aging muscle tissue. Tempeh contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to rebuild muscle, particularly leucine. This becomes crucial after age 60, when muscles become less responsive to protein stimulation. Tempeh is rich in probiotics, or beneficial gut bacteria that influence how the body absorbs and utilizes protein. One of the most overlooked causes of muscle loss in many older adults is not just poor dietary intake, but also poor digestion and absorption. A clinical study found that older adults with healthier guts retained 18% more lean muscle mass. To get the most out of tempeh, slice it thinly and add a splash of tamari or apple cider vinegar to the marinade to enhance its flavor. You can crumble it into a vegetable stir-fry, layer it on sandwiches, or incorporate it into salads for a crunchy texture, rich in fiber and protein. And because it's fermented, you also get inflammation control and intestinal balance with every bite. Number 5. Spirulina. 29 grams of protein per 100 grams. It might sound like a froth, but spirulina is one of the most powerful foods in the world for muscle maintenance. This intense blue-green algae contains a whopping 29 grams of protein per 100 grams. Yes, almost 3 times as much as eggs. But the real miracle isn't just the quantity, it's how your body responds. Spirulina protein is approximately 85% bioavailable. This means your muscles absorb and utilize it much more efficiently than most animal products. And because it contains all 9 essential amino acids, including a high concentration of leucine, it's like sending a direct signal to your aging muscle fibers: grow, repair, and strengthen. Spirulina contains phycocyanin, a rare compound that, according to a 2022 study published in Clinical Nutrition, reduces levels of C-reactive protein, a critical marker of inflammation, by 32%. At the same time, it increases nitric oxide, which helps improve blood flow to muscle tissue, accelerating repair and nutrient delivery. It's best used in a smoothie with banana, spinach, and a few walnuts, or mixed into warm porridge. You can also blend it to make homemade protein balls with dates and seeds. But consistency is key. Just 1 teaspoon a day is enough to notice significant benefits after just a few weeks. But before continuing, if you enjoyed the video, click the like button and don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 4. Hemp Seeds. 35 grams of protein per 100 grams. You've probably seen them scattered across smoothie bowls or hidden among the shelves of health food stores. But what most seniors don't know is that hemp seeds are one of the most complete plant-based proteins on Earth. With an average of 34 grams of protein per 100 grams, they rank right in the middle of this list. What makes hemp seeds truly unique is not just the quantity of protein, but also its quality. Unlike most plant proteins, hemp contains all 9 essential amino acids in the right proportions your body needs. This is rare. And for seniors who lose muscle mass after age 60, amino acid balance is crucial. A 2021 review published in Frontiers in Nutrition confirmed that older adults who consumed complete plant-based proteins like hemp had significantly better muscle retention and faster post-exercise recovery. Hemp seeds are also rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, particularly GLA, which can help reduce joint inflammation, support brain function, and even improve heart health in older adults. The best way to get the most benefit from these seeds is to eat them raw. Add a spoonful to oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or sprinkle them on roasted vegetables while they're still hot to bring out their savory, nutty flavor. And unlike many seeds, they're incredibly easy to digest. Hemp seeds are the hidden gem most people miss. Number 3. Seitan. 39 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's not a typo. This isn't a supplement. It's a plant-based protein concentrate that, in every bite, contains more protein than almost any meat you've ever eaten. And most older people have never heard of it. Seitan contains a whopping 39 grams of protein per 100 grams. This is comparable to the highest protein animal-based foods, but without the saturated fat, difficult digestion, or inflammatory effects that many meats cause as we age. What makes seitan particularly beneficial for older adults is its ease of digestion and absorption. It's made from wheat gluten, but processed to remove most of the starch and fiber, leaving a nearly pure protein matrix. A study published in the journal Clinical Nutrition in 2022 found that older adults who consumed plant-based protein, isolates like seitan, maintained 21% more lean muscle mass. Seitan is extremely low in carbohydrates and virtually fat-free, making it ideal for those with diabetes, high cholesterol, or who are overweight. Its firm, chewy texture mimics the bite of meat better than any soy-based option. You can slice it and sauté it in a pan, or brown it in garlic and olive oil. Grill it like a steak, or marinate it and roast it to mimic grilled chicken. It's one of the most underrated foods for muscle protection after age 60, and it's found in the plant-based aisle without almost anyone mentioning it. Number 2. Parmesan cheese. 42 grams of protein per 100 grams. It might surprise you, but one of the most concentrated sources of protein on the planet is right in your refrigerator. And it's not meat. It's not a supplement. It's aged, grainy, and often grated without a second thought. We're talking about real Parmigiano Reggiano. Authentic Italian, hard, Parmigiano Reggiano contains a whopping 42 grams of protein per 100 grams. But what makes it truly effective for older adults is the way the body utilizes this protein. Thanks to its aging period of 12 to 36 months, Parmesan is extremely low in lactose and rich in free amino acids, meaning the body doesn't have to work hard to release the proteins within it. This is crucial after age 60, when enzyme production and digestion slow down. A 2019 study published in the journal Nutrients found that older adults digest and utilize the amino acids found in aged cheeses nearly 30% more efficiently than standard meat proteins. Parmesan cheese provides high amounts of leucine, a key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis. Just 30 grams of Parmesan can provide more than 1.5 grams, reaching the threshold for activating muscle growth pathways. To maximize its benefits, use freshly grated Parmesan cheese on warm vegetables, in omelets, or even on a bed of whole grains. Warm dishes help release more aroma and flavor molecules, which can increase appetite and make the meal more enjoyable. But don't overdo it. It's a powerful source of protein. Just a few tablespoons are enough. Number 1. Dried fish powder. 63 grams of protein per 100 grams. You won't find it in a cereal box or a trendy vegan cookbook. But what's at the top of our list provides more protein than any other food we've discussed today. It's dried fish powder. Yes, really. Specifically from lean dehydrated white fish, like cod or haddock. Once the water is removed, what remains is almost pure protein. Dried fish powder contains a whopping 63 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's almost 5 times the amount of protein in an egg. That's more than chicken breast, more than whey protein, and more than most of the supplements that seniors waste money on. But it's not just the numbers that matter. What makes this product so effective for adults over 60 is its high bioavailability. This means your body absorbs it quickly and uses it almost immediately to build and repair muscles. A 2021 clinical study published in Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed dried cod powder daily experienced a 19% increase in lean muscle mass over 10 weeks without changing their exercise levels. The secret lies in its high concentration of essential amino acids, particularly leucine, which acts as a trigger for muscle growth. According to Harvard researchers, just 25 grams of dried fish powder provides over 3 grams of leucine, more than enough to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. How do you use it? You don't have to eat it with a spoon. This powder can be added to soups, blended into stews, sprinkled over mashed vegetables, or even mixed into a flavorful porridge for a protein-rich breakfast. It has a long shelf life, is easy to store, and doesn't require chewing. It's ideal for seniors who have difficulty swallowing or chewing tough meats. Just be sure to purchase high-quality, food-grade versions without added salt or flavorings. But with the right foods and the right type of protein, you can quickly reverse the trend. Not with pills, not with powders, but with real nutrient-rich foods that your muscles can actually absorb and utilize. And remember, the food we ranked number one today provides nearly 5 times the protein of eggs, and studies show it can rebuild lean muscle mass by nearly 20% without lifting a single weight. This is the kind of data the big supplement companies hope you never see. So don't wait. Start adding these foods to your plate this week and watch what happens to your strength, energy, and mobility. Don't forget to comment below. Which of these foods shocked you the most? We're reading and responding to every comment.